The name of the game is turning your fat burning hormones back on. I don't want you to miss anything. So let's make sure that we hang out, we have some fun, and take away some things that you can start using right away. I'm Thomas Miller. I specialize in hormone weight loss. I owned my own gym for years. I'm a certified nutritionist, certified personal trainer, and now I'm certified hormone weight loss specialist. Enough about me. This is a new solution, and I'm excited to share it with as many people as possible because everyone is getting unstuck when they focus on their hormones instead of calories in, calories out, and dieting. So, welcome, and here we go. The name of the game is turning your fat burning hormones back on because odds are they have been off for a while, and that is why it's been so hard to lose the weight. So, intermittent hormone shifting is going to be number one. Number two, your gut microbiome, all the intestines have brain cells, and when your gut microbiome is not healthy and you have inflammation in your belly, and you also have visceral fat around the organs, it makes it very hard for your hormones to regulate. So we're going to talk about an easy way to start healing your gut microbiome right away. And the most important measurement that you can measure anytime to find out if your hormones are healthy or not by this one measurement. And I'm going to show you what that is. Your stress hormones matter. So this system has a method to deal with that as well. And your habits, what you do every day, your daily habits will eventually become your daily life values. They become your lifestyle, and they will determine how good you look and feel, how healthy you are, and your quality of life. The little things you do again and again and again are the things that add up. And you'll find that in this solution, you don't need to do these long workouts or go on a crazy diet. You just need to do simple lifestyle shifts most days, and the results start adding up. All right. You could be frustrated. Maybe you're like Stacy, who tried everything, every diet, every workout, and nothing worked. But when she focused on her hormones first, she had a huge difference in her belly. But maybe you have more weight to lose than Stacy did. And here's the thing. We're not in the weight loss business. We are in the fat loss business. Our job together is to lower your body fat. And when we lower your body fat, it's going to clear up a lot of health issues. In fact, 99% of health issues that Americans suffer from are related to obesity. They're related to hormones. You have emotional hormones, you have metabolism hormones, you have sex hormones. And if your doctor told you, hey, your hormones look fine, don't worry about it. All you need to do is eat less and exercise more. Your blood work looks great. But you pretty much know something's not fine. You're right. And it's not because you have a bad doctor. It's because the doctor's training in medical schools has not caught up with recent research and science breakthroughs. And when your doctor does retrainings and in-services, he's getting them from the pharmaceutical companies. And they're teaching him the best prescription to give you based on your situation and how to get you in the office, out of the office as quick as possible. And that's how your doctor's evaluated by his supervisors. The medical industry is not serving women in a very healthy way right now. There is a better solution, and you can start doing it today. Now, why are you overweight? Why did the weight get on in the first place? Weight gain after the age of 40 is always hormone related. And it's not just because of menopause or perimenopause. If you've been overweight for a long period of time, I have news for you. Your hormones have been out of alignment for a long period of time. Sometimes it happens early on in life, sometimes during your teenage years, sometime after your second child, some people after their first, or after a hysterectomy or a hormone impacting operation of some sort. Instead of why me, now what? Now what can we do about it? I promise you, there's something to do. Some facts about hormones you may or may not know. When you get into your 40s and 50s, your ovaries start going into retirement. That's called menopause. Your ovaries stop making estrogen. And estrogen is like your neurogenetic armor. It protects you, makes you feel healthy, helps keep the weight down, helps keep your energy levels up, keeps your moods balanced. So when that goes down, you feel the impact. But the weight gain is not because of estrogen going down. In fact, you can go to the doctor, get an HRT, take estrogen every day. Your weight's not going to change. Estrogen going down, though, made it very obvious that the other hormones, your metabolism hormones, aren't stepping up and doing what they need to do. And just so you know, your body will make estrogen for the rest of your life. When the ovaries go into retirement, the adrenal gland takes over and makes estrogen for you happily ever after. But for some people, if they have metabolic fatigue, adrenal fatigue, that's not happening. One other point, you have a control center of all your hormones. It's called the HPA axis. I cannot believe more people aren't talking about. It's your hypothalamus, your pituitary gland, your adrenal gland, and your gut microbiome. They work together as the hormone control center of your whole body, just telling what hormones get released, what hormones to not release, and no hormone works alone. They all work together. So if one hormone's out of alignment, it impacts the others. And at the same token, when you inject a fake hormone into your body, even if it's bioidentical, it impacts the others. If you're already on HRTs, go ahead and keep doing it. I've helped lots of women on them, but I'm a big proponent of seeing how much you can naturally balance your body without any prescriptions, patches, potions, pills, or injections, especially not semaglutide or Ozempic. If your hormones aren't aligned, you will have difficulty losing weight. When they are aligned, your weight will return back to your authentic balance point. Long story short, when your hormones are healthy, you return back to your healthy weight. This is a whole different way of looking at it. You don't have to starve yourself or work out every day. We have to get your hormones back in alignment. And when we do that, your body naturally returns to authentic health. Your belly line is your bottom line. Your belly line is a part of your midsection above your navel and below your rib cage. This is very important. You don't need to get blood work done. You don't have to do a Dutch test. You don't have to wonder if your hormones are out of balance or not. Your hormones are changing all day long. By the time we're done with this presentation, your hormones will be in a different state than they were when we started. Your hormones are reacting and adjusting as your day goes on. Your hormones are different in the morning, they're different at night. Your hormones are always changing. If I scared you real quick, your hormones would change. If one of you just called me a mean name, it probably hurt my feelings and changed my hormones. Your hormones are directly related to your emotions, to what's happening, to your environment, to what you've eaten, to how you've slept. Everything revolves around your hormones, and your hormones affect everything. So here is your cheat sheet. If you look right here, for women, if your belly line is 28 inches or less, you are healthy hormones. And this is your hormone health. After 34 inches, your hormones are out of alignment. 35, 36, definite health risks. And if there's bigger than 37 inches for women, your hormones are working more against you than for you, and you're going to experience uncomfortable life situations, discomfort, obesity, and a scary list that I want to read out to you. But here's the bottom line. When you lower your belly line, you're decreasing visceral fat. And visceral fat is an indication of hormones out of alignment. If the visceral fat goes down, that means your hormones are aligning. If you have visceral fat, it means your hormones are working against you instead of for you. All you need to know is your belly line to know if your hormones are balanced or not. And when they balance, your belly line will go down. How are you going to balance it? Your gut microbiome is mysterious. There are billions of microbacteria in there that scientists don't even know where it came from. A healthy gut microbiome starts with getting rid of inflammation, and this will help. If you do this morning ritual every single day for the next 30 days, it will improve your gut microbiome. Even if all you do is the morning mojo. And the morning mojo is 20 ounces of water, but within that water, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, fill that 8-ounce cup with water, drink it down. Then I finish the rest of the 20 ounces right after that. Do this one habit each morning, and you will start healing and recovering your gut microbiome health. And that will lead to healthier hormones, less inflammation, and health and less visceral fat. Start having apple cider vinegar every morning. And if you're an overachiever, you can have it before every meal. It really depends on how much you want to heal in your gut microbiome. So the benefits of this one apple cider vinegar, gut health, prebiotic properties, it's going to help digestion, anti-inflammatory, your pH levels. It's great for weight management. There is no reason not to do this, except it does not taste good at all. So don't drink it for the flavor. I always say food is a 4-letter F word. It's for fuel, and it can be for medicine. We also use it for feelings, for friends, for festivities, for fun, for flavor. But just becoming aware of why you're eating something. What the F am I putting this in my mouth? What the F am I putting this in my mouth for? Just becoming aware of that will help align your neuroepigenetics and your hormones. And apple cider vinegar is definitely for medicine. It is for healing. And you can do the exercises, you can do the mindset. And if you do this 6-minute ritual every day, your body and your brain, your mindset, your alignment will start shifting towards your healthy, authentic self again. Here's some bonuses. Getting sunlight first thing in the morning helps your hormones. Melatonin will align and will help other hormones align. It helps your circadian rhythm. Getting sunlight right before the sun goes down will also help your hormones. Getting sunlight middle of the day will help your hormones. Sunlight is going to help you have healthier hormones. So if you get sunlight first thing in the day and you can move around and do 2 minutes to 6 minutes of exercise first thing in the day, your body's going to start aligning back to its authentic health. And that's what we want. One ritual. Adding this one ritual to your life can make a big difference. So now you have two things, two takeaways. Your belly line's the bottom line, and you have a morning ritual that if you do every day, you will heal your gut microbiome. Doing something every day will eventually lead to a habit, but saying it only takes 21 days, that was debunked. So just focus on today and tomorrow. Just do it today, and then set the intention to do it the next day. And when you start feeling the benefits and you continue doing it, it will become a habit. All right, here is your secret weapon. Metabolic hormone shifting. When you create space for your HPA axis, that control center I told you about before, to return to its natural alignment, its natural balance, it will do so on its own without you injecting anything artificial. But creating space means going strategic amounts of time without eating the way you normally do. When you go into intermittent hormone shifting, you're not postponing food to lose weight. You're doing it to heal your hormones. And you will balance hormones while losing weight. You also recover gut microbiome health. And most importantly, right away, you turn your fat burning hormones back on. Because if you are exercising and you're eating right, you're doing all the things, you're cutting out sugar, drinking the water, eating the vegetables, but the weight's not coming off. Ladies, it's because your fat burning hormones are turned off. And they've been turned off for a while if you've been experiencing that for a while. So we want to turn your fat-burning hormones back on. And this is how you do it. First of all, forget about the word intermittent fasting. This is not it. Intermittent fasting is a diet that makes it so you eat less often, eat fewer calories, eventually lose weight until you don't lose weight anymore. I bet there's one person on this call that's tried intermittent fasting and maybe lost 5 or 10 pounds and then stopped losing weight. Intermittent fasting will not work if your hormones are out of alignment. And it will only work for a certain amount of time and then plateau depending on the person. So I want you to think of this as metabolic switching, as Dr. Mindy Pelz, who wrote Fast Like a Girl, calls it. You can also call it intermittent hormone shifting. I like to call it creating space. Creating space. And remember, you're postponing food. You are strategically timing your food to heal your hormones. You're not on a diet. You're not trying to lose weight. However, the weight loss will be an awesome byproduct because when you heal your hormones and the weight comes off, you lose the weight for good because you're getting to the root of the problem. Now, these are the benefits of intermittent hormone shifting. And I could go on and on for days about the benefits. But the first benefit is going to take the extra body fat off, and it's going to do it by balancing your hormones. And you get to the root cause of the problem. Instead of just doing things to cover up the symptoms as band-aids, you're actually getting to the root cause of the weight gain. And when you reverse that and balance your hormones, you lose the weight, especially the belly fat, for good. All right, here's what you do. I don't know you well enough to tell you exactly what your time to eating protocol can be, but I know that this system will start turning your fat-burning hormones back on. Day 1, eat like normal, 3 meals inside a 12-hour eating window. Day 2, 2 meals inside a 6-hour eating window. No snacks. Snacks do not work. Day 3, 3 meals, 12-hour eating window. Normal day. Day 2, 2 meals inside a 5-hour eating window. Day 3, another normal day. Easy peasy. And then the last day, this is the challenge day, 1 meal inside a 2-hour eating window. So you're fluctuating back and forth the way you're timing your food. And this is what happens. When you get past 16 hours, you turn fat burning back on. But you don't want to do this every single day because your body won't heal your hormones that way. But by alternating, and if I work with you one-on-one, we actually design your system so it works just for you, and it changes weekly as your body changes. But the schematic I just gave you is a great place to start. You're teaching your body to shift again. And this is what I mean by shift. I'm going to get nerdy now, so bear with me. You have 2 fuel tanks in your body. I'm going to ask you to get nerdy with me. One is glucose, aka sugar, and that comes from all the food you ate in the last 12 hours. But when your body's not running on glucose, what is the only other fuel source it can run on? And more like a hybrid car. Hybrid car runs on electricity and gas. We run on blank, on sugar, glucose, and blank. Who knows what it is? We're running on glucose or we're running on blank. Anyone? Ah, Valerie, nailed it. And thanks for being courageous. Absolutely right. Our body fat gets stored, so we'll use it for fuel. That's how the human body is wired. We're either running on glucose or we're running on body fat. So one or the other. But our bodies sometimes forget how to shift to our second fuel tank. That's what intermittent hormone shifting is all about. Healing your hormones and shifting into the body fat fuel tank. And here's what happens. When we're running on sugar, on food that we ate, we're dominated by the insulin hormone. Insulin is the fat storage hormone. But when we shift, glucagon and human growth hormone they become the dominant metabolism hormones. This is huge. This is why your body heals when you do this consistently and correctly. You're lowering insulin levels and you're elevating glucagon and human growth hormone. Glucagon's the first hormone that does a process called gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis is a hard word to say, even harder to spell, but in a nutshell, it converts fat into glucose. So now we have glucagon converting fat into glucose, and then growth hormone comes out, and growth hormone is like the fountain of youth. It makes up for the decrease in estrogen. And for us guys, and the reason I do this still to this day, I do this metabolic hormone shifting because I want more growth hormone. Because I'm a 53-year-old guy, my testosterone's going down. Growth hormone makes up for it. Vitality gives you more energy, helps heal your body, and the benefits go on and on and on. Human growth hormone is what you want, and I teach every client I work with how to release it in a way that works for that client, and that helps heal your hormones. All right, Leilani, she is one of my favorites. She graduated. She's maintaining this on her own. She's now becoming her own certified wellness and fitness and nutrition coach, and she will be one of our breakthrough mentors. And look at her belly size difference. And she focused on two things: her timed eating protocol, and she loves working out. Now, Valerie and Tracy, maybe you don't love working out because Hope, who lost her first 70 pounds without doing a single workout, didn't like working out either. Every woman's different. There are so many things you can do to lose the weight, but every woman will have a different plan that they can fit into their lifestyle. Maybe you don't have a lot of weight to lose. Leilani had about 40 pounds. Lucianne, very top tier professional, worked with nutritionists, worked with personal trainers, worked out 6 times a week, counted her macros, counted her calories, did everything right to the T, and was so frustrated. Her friend told her about me and said, this guy deals with hormones. She says, let's give it a try. And the only thing I had to change in her life was when she ate, how she ate, and how often she ate. And she was amazed that it worked. This was her halfway through. This is her when she graduated. She does it on her own now. After you learn how to balance your hormones and they're balanced, you have more food freedom and flexibility than you dreamed possible while maintaining your weight. Maybe you have more than 20 pounds to lose. Like Lucianne had about 25 pounds, but the big thing is she dropped 15% body fat. So she kept her muscle and she burnt the fat. That is the wonderful benefit of human growth hormone. Now, the belly fat is your bottom line. When this belly fat goes down, I know we are making progress. In fact, when I work with a client, I look at your pictures more than your weight because I want to see how things are changing. I want to see where the fat's staying, where the muscle's staying. The picture's worth 1,000 words. By her just focusing on her timed eating protocol, her intermittent hormone shifting, we were able to get the weight off. And she even tried going off her HRTs because she's been on HRTs for like 15 years. And it was really hard for her. But because of the human growth hormone, she was able to take the weight off when the HRTs did nothing to help that. Now, maybe you have more than 20 pounds to lose. Reba is still a current client. In fact, we're going to look and see if she's chatted with me today. Reba is a therapist. She works with people and helps them work through psychological issues, emotional, mental issues, but she had been struggling with her own weight for years. And it took her a month. This was after she lost her first 10 pounds till she would finally take a picture to share. And this was after she lost 20, was willing to take a picture where I could see that her midsection. Now, Reba did not want to take pictures. She definitely did not want to take these pictures. And the only reason she agreed to let me share these is because there's lots of women out there that have over 50 pounds to lose, that have around 100 pounds to lose, that don't want anyone to see them without tight fitting clothes like this. Now, Reba needed timed eating protocol. She needed nutrition coaching. She needed very easy workouts that took about 15 minutes. She needed something called neuroepigenetic alignment, which is a bit more complicated. If we do a one-on-one call, I'll tell you all about it. But we had to pull out all the stops. And she's lost 50 pounds. And she is still going strong. Now, the reason this is so awesome is because she had tried so many diets, so many nutritionists, so many medical programs, and nothing had worked. And this is absolutely working. And in case you want to know what it looks like to work with me one-on-one, if I go into Reba's coaching center right here, she tells me what she did. She knows what her schedule is for the week. She, instead of logging all of her food, she takes pictures of it. And I know exactly what's going on. Like, you take a picture of your food before you eat it, and then you take a picture after whatever's left over. And it's just daily, simple lifestyle changes with her. Oh, look at this, 49 pounds off. That's when she did it. Happy day. Oh, yeah. She's feeling good. Look at that big smile. So it's one-on-one interaction with a game plan that works for her. And everyone needs a game plan. But she ran into obstacles along the way. And a lot of it was her old beliefs about weight loss and herself and her ability to lose fat and burn fat again. Like, she stopped believing it was even possible. So when you don't believe it's possible and you're always stressed that it's not going to work or you're going to gain it back, that releases cortisol, adrenaline, and other fight or flight hormones that shut down the fat burning. Tips. Start healing your gut microbiome with a daily morning ritual. I showed you that slide already, and that includes the apple cider vinegar. Stop eating 3 hours before bed, because the time you're not eating allows your hormones, your HPA axis to align again. And the more often you can do that in a healthy way, the more aligned your HPA axis gets and the more turned on your fat burning hormones get. Eat 2 meals 3 days a week, just like I showed you. And eat sane. I call it eat sane. Don't stuff, don't starve, and prioritize protein. If you just follow these things and follow this little protocol I gave you, you will start creating space for your hormones to heal. This will help you lose your first 5 or 10 pounds. Just doing those things. Eat sane. Don't stuff, but make sure you feel good. You have 2 hormones called leptin and ghrelin that tell you when you're hungry and they tell you when you're satisfied. But if your hormones are out of alignment, those 2 hormones are out of alignment too. So when you eat, do not diet. If you're still hungry, continue to eat until you feel good, until you feel satisfied. But when the food tastes really good, you want to eat more. I call that dopamine eating. You want to eat because it feels good to eat it. Teaching yourself to stop eating when you're satisfied is going to heal your hormones. And prioritize protein. Every cell in your body has 2 very important components: DNA and protein. DNA creates the protein and all the other parts of the cell, but DNA cannot exist without protein. Protein is the building block of your healthy cells. Protein is going to help heal your hormones. So prioritize protein whenever you eat. Stop eating 3 hours before bed and wait at least an hour before eating in the morning. And I could spend an hour explaining the science behind why these 4 tips work so well, but I won't bore you with all that. But I have it in my course. You can learn all about it on your own, and I'm happy to explain it to you one-on-one if you're a nerd like me. There are so many things we can do to heal your hormones and lose the weight. Strength training, daily accountability, the neuroepigenetic rescripting, which is I call authentic alignment, the gut microbiome healing. Some people will need the stress hormone regulating system sooner. I am not positive what you will need most. The only thing I know for certain is that intermittent hormone shifting heals your hormones. So if you take the blueprint I gave you and start applying it, you will start healing your hormones. But let's face it, Ruth, you're different than Valerie. And Dottie, you're different than Kate. And Tracy, you and I are different. We all have a different number one thing that needs the most focus. And you may feel excited to try this. You may feel overwhelmed. You may be wondering, what is the number one thing I need to focus on to have my breakthrough? Because you may feel like you've tried everything and nothing worked. You may feel like this hormone stuff is too confusing. You're not going to even give it a go. You may feel like exercising and dieting didn't work, eating well didn't work, nothing's going to work. You may have given up, or you may be ready for a breakthrough. I want to make it easy. You can take the information I gave you and do it on your own. Or you can work with me and get true results. That means results we can measure and see and we agree on by focusing on exactly what you need. None of us can do everything at once. Jennifer didn't think she could do it. She said, I'm too old and I'm going on vacation. I said, Jennifer, this is a lifestyle change, not a diet. You don't have to go to the gym. She followed the plan, kept following the plan, followed the plan when she's on vacation, and lost even a couple more pounds when she's on vacation. She's kept the weight off, but she calls me Coach Tim instead of Coach Tom. No problem. My point is, it works for every single person, and you don't have to do every component at the same time. Each of you are different and need different focuses at different times. So I invite you to schedule your one-on-one personalized breakthrough session with me. That way we can dig into your specific situation and identify a game plan for you that will get you from where you are today to where you want to be. I call that your authentic health. And that means your authentic hormone alignment, your authentic body weight, your body composition. And remember, our business is losing body fat and keeping the muscle. And for $49, you get a one-on-one breakthrough session with me, plus lifetime access to the hormone weight loss starter course. It is a 4 weeks worth of workouts, nutrition, time eating protocol, and has all the science that I just talked about. And you can learn how to do it, follow it through, and you have your own course to work on before we meet for your breakthrough session. And so that's a lot of value. I want to give you everything you need to get started, but most importantly, meeting with you one-on-one so we can dial in your specific game plan. And your course will have all these sections included, and the course is worth at least $500 by itself. So you're going to get way more in value, in life value, health value, than you're going to give me in monetary value. You get all that for $49. Deb started with a course. Deb's a nurse. She knew everything about health and nutrition and wellness, but it was not working for her. Plus, she was doing CrossFit all the time. She lost all the weight, put on more lean muscle mass, and we're fasting in a way now that releases stem cells. She's going hiking right now with her family, and she loves camping and hiking because she knows she can be functional and move around. Her body composition changed, and it's because we focused on her hormones first. And she started with a breakthrough call, just like I'm inviting you to do. And if you're wondering, okay, but how much does it cost after the breakthrough call? We have services that start at $99 a month. If you want one-on-one coaching, $249 a month. Or if you want to work with me one-on-one every single day, like I'm working with Reba, I guarantee results or you don't pay. But that means you and me one-on-one. And I only take about 10 clients at a time for one-on-one, like to that level. And right now there's one spot open. But whichever one you choose, your $49 that you pay for right now to get the breakthrough session and to get the course and all the little bonuses, basically everything you need to get started, that gets applied to whatever service you choose. Or if you don't like the services and you don't like the course, I will refund it back to you, no problem. The important part is you schedule the one-on-one breakthrough call. And charging the $49 is my way of knowing the person's serious, because I'm going to take your homework. I'm going to create a game plan for you before we meet, and you and I will be on a one-on-one Zoom call for an hour. And by the end of it, you'll have clarity on what you need to do first, and we'll explore what option, if any, that you want to sign up for. But end of the day, you will have a game plan no matter what, plus a digital course to guide you through. So it is a win-win situation. And you're going to go to this site right here. You'll click here, and it will only be $49. I changed the price to make it really easy to start. And again, it's fully refundable. It pays for your breakthrough, your digital course, which you'll get today during the breakthrough session. I will illuminate the way for you to focus on the most important things first and how to do it, so you start shifting your hormones and losing the weight for good. I'm going to put this link inside the chat. And one of you may be that next one-on-one client that I get to work with. Because when I work with you one-on-one, checking on you every day, making adjustments as we go, I can literally guarantee results. But as you know, when you left on your own, you're kind of just figuring it out. Some days you do it, some days you don't. You're not quite sure. Your results will vary. But if you do the breakthrough, I can guarantee you'll be in a better place afterwards than you are today. You'll have more clarity and know what to do.